Blue Lock hot takes, but they progressively get hotter. Part 2. Was there a part 1? Was there ever one? Doesn't matter. 10%. Second selection was the best arc narratively speaking. I think the stakes were about as high as they could be next to the first selection, so maybe. Which is kind of hilarious in terms of narratively speaking, because this is from the ideal or the vision of Isagi, so I just want to put that out there. You'll know why in a few seconds. Off the ball, that kind of stuff, you know, helping Isagi evolve. So yeah, I can see that. I just find it funny the person who made this hot take is going to contradict himself in, like, again, a few seconds. 20%, Nagi's 5-stage volley was the best goal in Blue Lock. Well, narratively, sure, but it can't be reproduced. That's literally just a one-time thing, but I guess in the long run, sure. Although, in all honesty, I think Shido's Dragon Drive was pretty badass. Basically a bicycle kick, I don't know. Same thing can be said about Kaiser's bicycle kick. I think those are up in the air. 30%, Isagi is carried by plot. Remember what I said about contradicting oneself? How would it be plot if this is narratively how that's supposed to work? Isagi could literally explain to you how he goes about doing this stuff, which he does, and y'all would still sit there and say it's plot. There is no way anyone actually believes Isagi is carried by plot. It is explained, it is shown, and it is proven that that is not the case. It's like beating a dead horse. I don't believe anybody who believes that Isagi is carried by plot, because that's not the case. Otoya is heavily downplayed. He scored on Chris Prince. Loki, I'm gonna go ahead and say yes, mainly because they have to focus on other characters and their like character arcs and how it plays a part in the story that they don't really have the time to get to people like Otoya. But I think in time, that may be the case, but I mean, who really knows? But yeah, I agree. He is heavily downplayed. Chigiri has the potential to be one of the best in the series. Look at Loki. That's saying his leg doesn't break in the process. I mean, sure, I guess that's saying that the writer even allows that to happen. I say with the amount of goals he scored in the NEL and where he ranked at, absolutely. If anyone's underrated, I think it's Chigiri. You want to talk Otoya? Homie right here. Let's be real. Kaiser is better than Shido shooting-wise. Low-key, maybe. Thinking back to how they went about doing it, I'd say low-key it's on par, if not maybe just a little bit higher, with Kaiser being just a little bit higher than Shido. Not by a giant margin at all. I'd say it's close. Rin has shown he is not deserving of the #1 spot in Blue Lock. I think individual ability alone, absolutely. Mainly he takes things into his own hands. But if we're talking about teamwork related stuff, absolutely not. I think in terms of an overall player, absolutely he deserves that #1 spot. Because he's doing the stuff that he did in the NEL, but you shouldn't be doing, but somehow did, and no one could really stop him. But in terms of teamwork and how that was ranked, aside from goals, like, yeah, this dude sucks at teamwork. He's horrible. Lorenzo is the worst new Gen 11 player. I disagree. I'm not sure who the worst one is, but I can guarantee you it's not Lorenzo. Based off of his matches, especially against Bastard Munchin and all these other ones, at least that he played in, he held his own. He was outclassing a lot of these different individuals. I would not sit here and say that he's the worst new Gen 11 player. Lavino, Chris Prince. In terms of what exactly? Like overall better player, overall coach, what exactly? I would say in terms of like style and how he plays, sure, low key. He's more fluid. He has that kind of heat to him. It's like I don't know the word. I just want to say fluid. He's more fluid with how he moves. And because of that, it's like unpredictable. Chris Prince kind of seems a bit stiff with his gameplay. I'm not sure if it has to do something with like how he goes about moving his body and how he preaches that and whatnot, but it feels like there's not enough creativity with his play style. If we're talking about that with Lavino over Chris Prince, absolutely. 100%, Isagi is the perfect midfielder, not a striker. I disagree. I think he has the perfect qualities of a striker, as that's quite literally been the thing throughout the entirety of Blue Lock. Now, I know this isn't saying that he is a midfielder. Obviously, it's not. And I get he has the attributes that could potentially play into a midfielder, but I think what he's doing right now and how he goes about doing things, as adaptability is his biggest thing, a striker works perfectly for him. False nine, whatever the hell you want to call it, it does not matter. Based off of how we've seen him play, a striker position is literally the best possible option he could have gone with. And I think once Sai joins the U20 team and starts playing against Spain or in the semifinals, we'll start to realize why Sai is the better midfielder and can assist Isagi in the best way.